All right. Hey, guys. You are listening to Brüt Speaks. I'm Kim Tyndale, and I am joined with my awesome, beautiful team. Josh. Say hey, Josh.
Hi, my name's Josh.
Hi, my name's Mary.
Got Laura here.
I'm Kim Tags.
And I'm Erin.
And for those of you who don't know us, so pretty much we are a digital publication for women who are aspiring to enter the media industry. And yeah, why you're listening to us is because we want to talk about controversial, awesome topics going on today. So let's get into it. And you know what? Actually, I heard about the controversial issue with Asenna O'Neill. Do you guys remember that? Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
She's the Instagram model?
Yes.
Yeah. She was that Australian model who, the 19-year-old Australian model who caused a storm earlier this week since taking to her Instagram page and deleting thousands of pictures that she also had 500,000 followers following her. So the reason why she was doing that is that she pretty much changed the name of her page to Social Media Is Not Real Life. And she took all of her actual great photos and put what the captions of her real life really was. Like, she took a picture of her in a dress being like, oh yeah, this was like for a company, but in real life I had to diet for 3 days to just fit into this, or something like that.
So she was basically rebelling against social media and like the standards and all of that.
She finally realized.
Is she just a model? Is that what she is?
She turned
She's an
into
Instagram
one.
model.
She got so famous online because of how pretty she was that she started getting sponsors. She started getting paid by YouTube, by Instagram. So that was like a huge thing of her. She didn't tell anybody she was going to do this. She just came out and did it. So she's going to lose all her sponsorships.
How annoying are those sponsorship posts, though? With like the teeth whitening, just throwing it out there. They're so annoying.
Or just like the ads.
Today I'm using. It's like no.
So her main thing was that she kind of woke up and finally realized she was unhappy after, I think she said since she was 13 she started doing this, and now at 19 she's like, wow, I don't have a life.
13.
My life revolves around Instagram. So she wants to end that.
Isn't doing this just giving her more promotion anyways? Because now everyone knows who she is.
That's
but
what they're saying.
Not without backlash. For instance, I know CEO of social media company Zach James of Rise9. He pretty much took to his Facebook page to talk about it, and he told her that blaming social media and calling it a lie further shows your lack of attempt to understand yourself. So she does have some haters going at her.
But isn't that true?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't the rise of social media just cause like a backlash of like it doesn't make you feel good. Like it's I don't know. I'm trying to.
Which
say
is
it
why
this.
He's pretty much
I think
saying
social media is its own world, like, on itself. Like, people create this thing on social media accounts, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to use, and people are just like, yeah, this is me. But in the real world, like, we don't know who you are behind a screen. Like, exactly what Asenna O'Neill said. Like, in this picture, she's just modeling, but like, to her, obviously outside of the actual screen, it's just like, I had to diet for this to make it look good for other people. So, and like, other people just like enjoy it. That's just another thing with social media. It's just people see things differently than the real world.
It's like you create a persona.
Exactly, you
and
create a persona.
People, like, I mean, I don't know about my Instagram because Tags' Instagram is really impressive.
it's poppin'.
So
Stop.
Din's. But
Yeah,
like,
stop.
mine's pretty accurate to what I am. But like, you have really cool. I don't know.
I know, but my captions-
your captions are funny.
My captions reflect who I actually am.
But you
But
don't
you know
know until
what?
you know the
That's-
person.
That's the
problem.
thing. Like,
True.
other people probably
They
think
go,
that
"She's a
I'm like,
cool, trendy."
oh yeah, because I've
Yeah.
gotten a person say that to me once,
Have
being
you?
like, oh, like, I've seen your Instagram on my Explore page, like, you're so cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm actually just a dork in glasses. Like,
Yeah,
you know
and
what
I think that's the big thing with her
Like-
too. Is like she just keeps accumulating of all these sponsorships, being like, "You're a model," and to her, she's like, "I just started having social media one day."
But you know
like,
what?
Now
I think
I'm famous.
I think Zach James's main argument of what he's trying to say is that she did this to herself. She created her own lie. You know, like, she's the one who
But I think
chose to take those sponsorships.
Her argument is she knows that she was doing that, but she now realizes she's unhappy. So that there's that double-sided of.
But she
we
made
all
herself
think
unhappy.
We have to do this. Yeah,
Yeah, but
she did leave
let's think
herself.
about this.
But that was
Realistically,
pressure.
if you're a young girl and you're getting all this attention and you're getting paid to do it, like, it's really easy to get sucked into that.
Yeah.
And I
We all
think it's
do.
great that she now is kind of turning it around and being like, I'm not going to do this
That's why I
anymore.
think she really you can watch her videos and she breaks down in them. I don't think she was doing it to be like, oh, everybody's going to watch this.
Yeah,
I think
no,
it really
for
was
sure.
just
It was
in
genuine.
the moment, she was like, I have to tell people this.
Because I
and
think
then afterwards, it kind of was like,
Yeah.
oh.
because
maybe
so
that
many
was a
people
bad
don't
idea.
know the difference that like this is actually fake.
Yeah.
Especially with like young girls, people are like, oh my god, she's like the dress is so pretty, blah, blah, she's so skinny, like she's real.
Speaking of skinny girls,
Speaking of skinny girls.
fashion girls, Taylor Swift getting some backlash. She's been called a Nazi Barbie from feminist writer Camille Paglia. So
Paglia.
Paglia.
Let's
Sorry.
not butcher her name.
So, pretty much Camille says that her girl squad, you guys know her girl squad, isn't it like Gigi Hadid and
It's
stuff like
Hadid.
Hadid,
Hello.
sorry.
Okay, so basically, no. Let me take this away from you, Kim. So basically, Camille Paglia is a feminist writer and like a Hollywood critique, and she, like Kim said, called Taylor Swift an obnoxious Nazi Barbie, and that her twinkly persona is such a scary flashback to the fascist blondes who ruled the social scene during her youth. So
That's aggressive.
very aggressive.
It
I
kinda
think
just sounds
Taylor
like she just
Swift-
has a grudge, right? Like with
Yeah.
the girls from her past, but
I think she needs to find some soul searching instead of telling T Swift how to deal.
Okay, but let's talk about T Swizzle. I mean, her girl squad is Gigi Hadid, Kendall
It's
Jenner,
straight up just white
Selena
models.
Gomez, Lena Dunham,
Okay, Lena Dunham's like the real one, though, right?
like the real
Like, I
one,
feel
right?
like she's
and then
so
we have
white,
like
though.
No.
Cara
So white.
Delevingne, and did we say the Hadids? We did.
Yeah,
say
we
the
did.
Hadids, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think they're all like really beautiful, like,
Yeah.
thin. They all look the same.
They all look the same. That's the one
That's her
thing that
squad.
I can.
There's
I
no
can say.
diversity in her squad.
Yeah.
is
Exactly.
basically.
Except for Lena Dunham.
but
Thanks.
that's
No,
not
she's like the
even-
epitome of it.
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think it goes like T Swift and Lena Dunham all for like.
Well, I know that she's being criticized. She's being called Taylor Swift's being called artificial and calculated.
Well, but that'll come with anybody's career, you know. Going back to I'm gonna butcher
Asena-
names too.
Asena
Asena O'Neal. You know, after
After a while,
yeah, when you're put in these positions, people start to control you. So maybe Taylor Swift is all about feminism, but maybe she needs to break away and start
Like, what do you
trying
guys
to
think
do
of
her own
her
thing.
Bad Blood video?
I
That was
genuinely
that was
like.
empowering.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's empowering, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it was kind of just like, this is all the cool people. Like,
Yeah.
this is all the cool girls in the industry right now, and they're all a part of Taylor Swift's video. Like, she has a huge like role for young girls and
She's
just like
very
in the media.
influential.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's
totally.
the word. She's influential, and so there are things when like she says something or the way she acts or dresses, it's kind of just like a little offensive. Or like not too aggressively offensive, but do you know what I mean here?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
Like offensive how?
like I don't know. She is the Barbie doll. You know what I mean? Like she has that body image. She holds that. I feel like a lot of girls try to achieve that, but it's obviously not the real thing. That's like a Senna. You know what I mean? Like everyone's trying to be like her, or like everyone thinks she's really pretty, but in the end, like she's like probably
Honestly, T Swift just needs to stop posting about her cats and start posting about real life a little bit. I feel that's what she needs
What
to
do
do.
you think of T Swift, Jaden?
She's okay. I don't really listen to her, but
Do you have an opinion on her?
Yeah, what
at
do you
all?
think she
What do you think
stands
about-
for? Like,
yeah,
do you think
like her-
she's too blonde, too white, too overprivileged to be in the power that she holds with young women across the world?
I mean, she makes music for the masses, and like they like it. So,
But I will say about Taylor Swift, she hasn't actually become that artist who sells her body for music.
Of course, no.
You're
You know?
right. She
You're
hasn't
right.
done the
She-
typical Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears.
Yeah,
Her
I
music's
know.
still
Gonna-
like there.
I
What's the
respect
message?
Taylor Swift for
That's
her
true.
work. Her work, I definitely respect.
She's
like
very
her,
talented.
But no,
and
you
her
know what she
songs,
does
like,
play
yeah.
on though? I don't think it's more of a sexualization of her body now, but she's trying to be that quirky girl next door thing. Like she's
Yeah.
trying to she's now instead of selling sex, she's selling that
The good
cutie
girl
pie
thing.
good girl
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Which is that now being the new sexualization.
Yeah.
It's just a different theme.
That's true.
Is that what she's trying to do?
Oh yeah, and there's also Ariana Grande with that
And
whole
if it's-
Oh
thing.
my god.
That
Yeah.
If
baby
it's not
face.
even what they're trying
yeah.
to do, it might just be what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of being criticized by, I'm going to butcher her name again, Camille Paglia.
Paglia.
Lady Gaga was also criticized for her, and she also called her artificial. But you know what? Lady Gaga is now in the news because she, when accepting her women.
Women of the Year?
Women of the Year, yeah. Women of the Year. She actually made a speech, and in it, she called the music industry a fucking boys' club. So,
Well,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Welcome to the media
Yeah, so
industry.
in her quote, she said, "What I really want to say is that it is really hard sometimes for women in music. It's like an effing boys' club that we just can't get into." So what do we think about that? Josh, what do you think about that? Do you think it's a boys' club?
Well, I guess it's like majority of men, I guess, like dominating the music industry, but at the same time, there's like other artists that are coming up that maybe a lot of people haven't really heard of that are like on the level of like Taylor Swift and stuff like that. There's artists like Kalani, who's like one of my favorite artists.
Whoa.
She's from Oakland, and I guess she has
killing
like
it. She has
more like
it.
a niche target. Like she makes like R&B kind of music, but like at her shows, like you'll see like they're not as big as like people who are making like pop music like Ariana Grande or something like that. But at the same time, there's so many people or like women that can relate to her music, and me being a male, like I'm one of like she's one of my favorite artists right now. So I guess it's not like women just make music for other women to hear. It's kind of just music. Like everyone likes music.
Yeah. I think a big problem though is that most of like the media moguls and the heads of the record companies are all men.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
actually
I
a
was about to
thing.
say that.
And
Yeah.
So technically they control like who gets signed and who gets a certain amount of money for promotion,
What
and
her
like
aesthetic
whatever.
is, yeah.
And they heavily influence that. So though we see like female artists, we don't see females like sitting at the big boardroom table telling everyone else what to do.
Because it's the actual thing where like people hire other people that reflect them. So because it starts off with like white males, they hire white males, and it's just like a big cycle. So it's not like women aren't trying, it's just that they're not given the chance.
Well, and look at Lady Gaga's point. Like she's always tried to do her own thing and be her own person and say what she wants. And like this is why she's getting upset, is because people are trying to control her, and she's fed up with it. She wants to speak out against them, and they're telling her what to do. They're telling her how to dress. They're telling her how to act. And
I feel like they're always like, yeah, they tried to control my image and blah, 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 blah. And that's why so many artists you see, they have like their first two albums and they're very different from like their third and fourth album because they kind of like, I'm going to be myself now. I'm tired of...
She's just quoting that.
like Miley Cyrus.
Like Miley Cyrus. I was
She
just
wants-
gonna say that.
Lady Gaga wants to make music, and now she just feels like she's selling herself everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
And she hates her fragrance line because it's just a
Does she
moneymaker.
actually?
Yeah, she said that. She was
Oh,
like,
wow.
she's furious about it. She's like, why do I have this? Like, there's no point to it. I'm making music for people's ears. Why are they smelling this crap that they're buying? Yeah, so she just shows that everything is getting so blown up, and
Right.
It's all about the money.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just,
But
All
yeah, you
about
know
the
what?
money.
What was that new that calendar this
Oh,
year?
the Pirelli
calendar.
calendar?
How do we feel
That
about
was
that?
awesome.
Love it.
Well, as you guys know, it's been around for so long, and normally it shows images of women, sexualized images, maybe more so the Victoria's Secret type of women.
look.
Yeah.
And then this year, Amy Schumer, she got photographed and she was like in her underwear. She had a cup of coffee. And we know, like, Amy Schumer is not a size 0. She's not a model. And she was just kind of, hanging out. And I think she looks awesome. And I think that it's a big deal that
Yeah.
we
Who
see
else was in
women
it? Serena,
naturally.
right?
Serena Williams
Serena
is in
Williams.
it. She has, like, an insane, muscular, athletic body.
Amazing.
I know.
and these women are just amazing because they're so confident in themselves.
Yeah.
They know they're hot. They don't need anybody to
And
tell them that.
that's so
They're hot in
good.
their own skin, though. You know, like Serena knows she's super fit.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
knows that she has curves, but she also is very athletically built. You know, and for her to go in front of the camera and take those pictures and to own her body and to get hate on that, that is a great message for young women.
Exactly.
You know?
People who she is a heavy influence and people who follow her, it sends such a positive message to them. And I just want to read Amy Schumer. She posted the photo to her Instagram and she captioned it, "Beautiful, gross, strong, thin, fat, pretty, ugly, sexy, disgusting, flawless woman. Thank you, Annie Leibovitz." So she's pretty much...
It's literally
pretty
how we
much
all
like-
feel. Let's
well,
be
she
real.
basically is saying what she knows she's probably going to get hate on the photo.
Yeah.
So she's like, you can call me skinny or fat or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
She's
but
already
it's like,
opened herself to
Exactly.
that
She
vulnerability,
already
but
owns
she's,
it.
whatever.
Yeah.
She's not going to listen.
But it's also like other artists, like Yoko Ono's a part of it.
Yeah.
Patti Smith. Like these
It's
are
like-
people that haven't been sexualized. Like they're
Right.
choosing
There's-
against it.
yeah, I like that.
And they're
it's such a
posing,
nice
like, suits.
refreshing change.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like women who've worked really, really hard their whole lives and like accomplished different things in different areas. It's not just like a Victoria's Secret swimsuit calendar.
But I kind of like how Schumer was giving it a bit. You know, like she is like topless, and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna zhuzh myself up a bit, and then she's just sitting there like drinking coffee. She's like, no,
I
just
think
kidding.
I find like they're naked, but these photos aren't sexualized, right?
Yeah.
Like, not
and
as
only
much.
Amy and Serena are the ones who are like kind of
naked.
The rest
Yeah.
are fully clothed. So
Yeah.
it wasn't even. And Annie Leibovitz, who we all know,
Yeah.
she photographed the shoot, and it was the first woman to do it in over 25 years. So I think it's a win-win all around.
All around.
Yep. And you know what? I think that's a good note. Good note to end on.
I think so,
Anyways,
too.
yeah. So thank you for listening. Once again, this has been Brüt Speaks, and yeah, everyone say bye.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.